Hello, and welcome to Ink Help, where we give you tips and tricks on the multiplayer of Splatoon. We got 10 tips for today, so let's get to it. There's been a lot of talk over Splatoon's gyro controls with the gamepad, but you're gonna want to incorporate it into your gameplay along with the right stick. One misconception is that you have to move the gamepad all over the place. Wrong. Little tilts to the gamepad are the best way to go about it. It lets you adjust your aim in an instant. Basically use the right stick for turning the camera around and then the gamepad for aiming. And if the gyro ever goes haywire, press the Y button to automatically center it at any time. Make sure you look around for uninked areas. You will find many players forget to ink areas on their way to battle. Make sure to fill in these areas as they're free points for both you and your team. Some of these areas are next to steps, behind your base, and small pathways. These can be really handy during the last minute of gameplay, so make sure to cover as much as you can. Every second in a match counts, especially during the last minute, and I do mean every second. Before the timer is about to reach 0, try throwing an ink grenade or ink strike into an area. Even if the timer hits 0, the attack will still go through, allowing you to cover a little more ink, and it might just be the last bit your team needs to score a win. The bubble is a lifesaver in many situations. If you ever feel overwhelmed, put the bubble out and you're completely protected. This can save you right before you die and works especially well against rollers as they can't do anything to you. Just make sure to get out of the area if there's still inklings there, as you're an open target as soon as it wears off. If you manage to find someone inking your area, you can catch up with them, but sometimes it's not best to kill them. You may want to trail them and cover their tracks with new ink, making all their work pointless and wasting more time than just having them respawn. If you manage to kill them at the end, it's an added bonus. Though note, this same tactic can be used against you, so be careful. When trying to cover as much area as you can, if you're a projectile-based weapon, take the high ground. You can get better angles over the battlefield and get ink around faster. Not to mention you have a tactical advantage against inklings that stand below your feet. Just make sure you have an escape if things get hectic. Now what do you do about those players above? Well, one of the best ways is to get them into sticky situations. Try throwing a grenade up to them, as they only have a short window to respawn or get blown away. You can also ink the wall below them and sneak up behind them. Just make sure they don't notice you. The Ink Zuka is a very powerful weapon that can catch people by surprise, but it can also be used to set up for your team. Try inking the walls with the last few shots you have. While it doesn't count for points, the shots that come out are a vertical line, making it easy for your team to ride up and get some ground. In Splatoon, the middle point is very important to get to fast, so you need to both lay the ink down and be a squid to move fast. You can do this all with a technique known as squid hopping. Here's how it works. Jump, lay some ink down, turn into a squid, ride along it, rinse and repeat. Now note, it doesn't lay a whole lot of ink down, but it does greatly improve your mobility and getting to where you need to be fast. Tapping on a teammate will allow you to squid jump to them, getting to areas much faster. Most people do this from the start, but you actually can do this at any time, not just at start. And if someone's at the base, you can jump back to spawn. Make sure to give your team a little backup whenever you can. Well, that's all we got for today, young inklings. If you liked the video, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more tips down the line. See you next Turf War.